In this video, we're going to be talking about the best and safest way to invest your money as a Malaysian. What's up everyone, my name is Edley and you're watching the TMF Show. In this video, we'll go into the specifics of Amanah Saham and ASB financing. This will be the start of a series where we dive deeper into each investment vehicle in Malaysia. And today, we're starting off with the cornerstone of Malaysian investments, Amanah Saham. The funds in this investment include Malaysian stocks like Maybank, Sime Darby and Digi, and fixed income assets. For now, we only recommend their fixed price assets, which comes in the form of an ASB or an ASM account. The reason for this is you get a nice amount of exposure to the Malaysian stock market while safely knowing that your investment won't decrease in value. Yes, you heard that right. You cannot lose money investing in ASB or ASM unless Amanah Saham goes bankrupt, which is highly unlikely. So this is the perfect vehicle to stash your savings while getting a relatively high return. Now, ASB is reserved for Bumiputras while ASM is for all Malaysians. Usually, ASB would give a higher return when compared to ASM, but in 2019, both ASB and ASM provided an equal return of 5.5%. So let me give you an example. Assuming I had 100,000 ringgit in my ASB account in 2019, I would receive a 5.5% dividend or 5,500 ringgit cashed in early January 2020. This amount is pro-rated, which means that if I put the same 100,000 ringgit, but this time in December 2019, I would only be eligible for 31 days of dividends, 46 ringgit 70 cents. So no, you can't cheat the system by putting all your money in on the last day of the year. Believe us, we've tried. Notice that the dividends have decreased in 2019 due to the Malaysian stock market suffering a bad year, one of the worst performing markets in the world. Despite that, ASB and ASM returned a commendable 5.5% return, so kudos to them. In comparison, overseas bonds and securities usually return about 3 to 4%, and on top of that, they're far less liquid than your ASB or ASM account. So ASB and ASM are great options for those of you who are just getting the hang of investing. The good returns and capital value protection make it a solid, low-risk choice for all Malaysians. We find this to be the perfect tool to stash our emergency fund because we can cash out the money just by visiting our nearest bank. They also have a neat auto debit feature online to help with our recommendation of saving first and spending later. Now let's go into ASB financing. This is only for Bumiputras, so for my non-Bumi friends, don't worry, we'll cover you in the next video. ASB is such a safe investment that banks are willing to loan you up to 200,000 ringgit for you to invest. But why would banks do this? Banks are in the business of making money. They charge you interest on your loan while having close to zero risk. You might be wondering, if they charge me interest and I have to take a loan, why don't I just invest myself? The key here is leverage. The bank is giving you 200,000 ringgit in capital to earn dividends, and in return, you pay an installment of around 1,000 ringgit a month for a loan tenure of 30 to 35 years. We recommend going for the longest tenure for maximum flexibility. But there are two key factors for ASB financing to work out. The first is the bank's interest rate, and the second is ASB's dividend rate. We suggest going for the bank with the lowest interest rate and only going for it if it's below 5%. In terms of ASB's dividend rates, this is something we cannot control. After doing some calculations, we've came to the conclusion that ASB financing will always be an option unless the dividends go below 5%. 2019 came dangerously low at 5.5%. But for now, we still recommend ASB financing until we see 2 consecutive years below 5%. And there are 2 additional perks to ASB financing. The first is that you have to pay the loan installment every month, and this is a good way to force savings. And the second perk is that because this is a loan, this is also a great way to build your credit score. If you want a behind-the-scenes look on the calculations we did, and you want to find out the difference if you do ASB financing compared to investing in ASB with your own money, click on the link in the description to read the full article. Okay, so that was a lot of information. Let's recap and give you a few simple steps that you can take right now so that you can gain something out of this video. If you've already invested in ASB or ASM, great job. Keep investing regularly, and we recommend using their auto debit feature so that you don't have to think about your savings. If you haven't invested in ASB or ASM, take a trip to your local bank. Go in there, take a number, and when it's your turn, give them your IC and ask them about your ASB or ASM account. Some people might have accounts that were opened by their parents and they have absolutely no idea. You may also have a One Malaysia account that was created on your behalf by the previous government. If you've checked with your bank and you don't have an account, let them know that you would like to open an ASB or ASM account. From there, just put in the minimum deposit, which is less than 300 ringgit, and keep investing in that fund every month. Again, set up that auto debit feature so that you don't have to think about it. So that's exactly what you can do today so that you gain something out of this video. So that's it for today's video on the TMF show. Let us know down in the comments if you have any questions or if you would like us to talk about any topics that you have in mind. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to see it so that you can help us help more people gain control of their finances. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that our videos come straight to you every Monday. Until then, my name is Edley and I'll see you in the next video.